What's good with you fellas? T-Ray the Collector back here with another video. Finally back after a little bit of a hiatus. Finally got moved. As you can tell behind me, not everything is sorted yet, but we're getting there. Kind of just taking it a little bit at a time and getting it done as I can. And as you can see, Miles here made the move too. He's enjoying the new space, and we're getting there. Kind of just unpacking a little bit at a time and getting to it as we go, but it's been a journey. I don't want to move again for a little bit. Really takes it out of you to do that around Christmas time, so I'm probably not going to do it around Christmas time ever again. Next time I move, I'm picking summer or spring or something where it's not freezing cold outside. But yeah, appreciate you guys for showing some love on the collection video. That's been really cool, and if you're new here from that, welcome. I really appreciate you being here and joining me on the collection journey. And if you're new here altogether, thank you for being here as well. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit subscribe. It means a lot. I got a lot of stuff, guys. I got a lot of Christmas presents here, some whatnot stuff, which I recently found out about and have been going crazy on. And then just some purchases I made with, either Christmas gift cards or just purchased in store and stuff. Not gonna do a whole lot of rambling here. Honestly, have found a little bit of time in my back pocket to film this while still unpacking and that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into what I've picked up while I've been away. So I'm gonna start off with the Christmas presents here, get those done, and then we'll move on into whatnot purchases and just eBay and Amazon purchases after that. So Christmas presents first. Got The Outsiders. I am from Oklahoma, where this movie was filmed. I live about 45 minutes away from where this was filmed. I've actually never been to The Outsiders house. I have been to the drive-in theater that is in this movie, which is pretty cool, but never been to The Outsiders house, which I need to at some point. But really good movie. Had to have it in my collection. Asked for it for Christmas and ended up under the tree. So really excited to finally have The Outsiders in the collection. Then we got Big Hero 6. I love this movie. I haven't seen it in a couple years, so I'm really excited to rewatch it and revisit that. Came with the slip. As you can see, really cool little slip there. Like I said, love this movie. Haven't seen it in a while. Excited to rewatch that and have it in the collection. Then up next we got a Pixar classic, which I also surprisingly didn't have in the collection, and that is Finding Nemo. I'm very excited to finally get this. This is one of the first movies I ever saw in the movie theaters when I was a kid, so I needed to have it in the collection, and we finally did that for Christmas. Shout out to my mom. And then shout out to my grandma with this one. We got Ex Machina. I haven't seen this in a while either. This is a really good movie. I remember watching this and just being blown away. This is A24, right? Yeah, the first ever A24 movie I saw was this. I was pretty blown away. Loved the performances. I was really big into Black Mirror around the time this came out. It kind of gave me those Black Mirror vibes, and I really enjoyed Ex Machina, and I'm very excited to finally have it in the collection. I don't know why I didn't have it before. Just one of those things where, I'll get it next time, and finally just decided to ask for it for Christmas and ended up getting that. Then up next we got a classic. I got Weekend at Bernie's here. Haven't seen this in a very long time. I'm talking since I was a kid, so I don't even really remember it other than like the general plot of the movie, Definitely something I'm going to watch this week. I usually watch movies on Tuesday and Thursday and then all weekend, so this will probably be a Tuesday movie, something light and something, under 2 hours runtime. That's the general rule I follow for weekday movies on Tuesday and Thursday, is something fun and light and under 2 hours. So very excited to give this one a watch. Haven't seen it since I was a kid, so very excited to see Weekend at Bernie's again. Then this is one my sister got me that I had been wanting for a long time. This is probably my favorite John Wayne movie. That is The Cowboys. I had this on VHS when I was a kid. Well, I should say my parents had this on VHS when I was a kid, and I used to watch it all the time. Really great movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Love some John Wayne and love this movie, so very excited to have that. Then up next, we got a childhood classic here. Got Good Burger. I watched the second one when it first came out and really made me want the first one on DVD, but it was kind of like Ex Machina where, it was like, oh, I'll get it, I'll get it, I'll get it, and just kept putting it off. And ended up getting it for Christmas, so very excited to finally have Good Burger. Need to get the second one now. And then adding to our Van Damme collection that we've been growing here recently. If you watch the videos, you know we're collecting all of Jean-Claude Van Damme's movies and all of Schwarzenegger movies, so those are usually in every monthly haul. This month is no different. We got some Jean-Claude Van Damme here with Universal Soldier. This is one I haven't seen yet. I've seen, I feel like 90, maybe we'll say 75%. It was a big jump, 90 to 75%, but about 75% of Jean-Claude Van Damme's movies, and this is one I haven't seen yet, surprisingly. So very excited to watch this. Need to do that. This will probably be one of those weekday movies like I was talking about earlier, where, Tuesday, Thursday, under 2 hours, lighthearted and fun. And this may be more of an action style, lighthearted and fun. Still falls under that category to me. I love a good action movie, so very excited to give this a watch. Alright, and that's what I got for Christmas. Now we're going to jump into the Whatnot hauls. Like I said, recently found out about Whatnot, and I have been going crazy on it. If you guys aren't taking advantage of Whatnot, you really should. You can get a lot of great deals on there. Use those affiliate links that those creators put out and get your $10 credit as well, because that'll add, that'll get you quite a few movies, because a lot of the movies on there go for, $2 plus shipping, and then once you get past that first $4 shipping, the shipping keeps going down and keeps dropping, so easy way to get a bunch of movies there. I personally don't have an affiliate code, but I see a lot of creators that do, so next time you're watching a video and you see one of them talking about it, definitely sign up using their link. You get that $10 or $15 in credit, whatever it is, and you'll end up with, quite a bit of movies. I think you still have to pay the shipping when it comes to that. I'm not 100% sure, but still you're getting pretty much free movies for just signing up using their link. So definitely be on the lookout for that if you're not already taking advantage of Whatnot, which I'm sure most of you are if you're here. You're probably pretty deep into the hobby if you're here. But just throwing it out there, something to think about, because I ended up getting Doctor Strange for my MCU collection. I surprisingly don't have either one of the Doctor Stranges. Ended up finding this for $2 on Whatnot. Very excited to finally add Doctor Strange, and it was sealed. $2 sealed for an MCU movie is a pretty good steal in my opinion. They're hard to find, for under 10 when you go find them in person. Even at used stores in my location, they're still, most of the time $12.99 at the game exchange I go to all the time. So to be able to find this for $2 was awesome, and I'm very excited to finally have Doctor Strange. Now we just need Multiverse of Madness, and I'll have all the Doctor Stranges, and I'm about 6 movies away from completing the MCU collection, which is very cool. And I'll definitely be checking Whatnot for those as well. But then next on Whatnot, I found the Man with No Name trilogy. This one I paid a little bit for. I think it was $8, but I was already over that shipping hump I was talking about, where you buy a couple movies and the shipping is free on most streams. I was already over that, and this was going for about $8, which is kind of typical on eBay. When I searched it up, it was going for about 10 to 12 with shipping, so $8 not bad to get these. I hadn't seen them when I bought them. I've since watched a Fistful of Dollars and A Few Dollars More. Really enjoyed A Few Dollars More. Fistful of Dollars was pretty good. Definitely a fan of A Few Dollars More over A Fistful of Dollars, and I'm excited to check out The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I've heard that one's the best one, but it's gonna have to do some pretty heavy lifting after A Few Dollars More. I really liked that movie. Gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd, which is pretty good. So definitely really cool to have these spaghetti westerns in the collection. Gotta have your spaghetti westerns. And then up next I've got the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the cheesiest edition. This is the edition I've always wanted of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, just because it has this really cool slipcover, as you can see here. It's the Diary of a Friendly Kid, Awesome Friendly Kid, which was Rowley's stuff from the books. So definitely very excited to finally add Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I have Roderick Rules, and I need to get Dog Days. The other one I don't really care about because that wasn't in the trilogy of movies when I was a kid. But yeah, finally picked up Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Got this for $2 on Whatnot with the slipcover I had been wanting. So very cool. Then up next, a childhood classic for me, got Night at the Museum. I'll probably get Night at the Smithsonian and call it good on the Night at the Museum movies. I never really watched the third one, so probably just going to stick with this one and Battle of the Smithsonian. Really liked this movie when I was a kid. This is one of those ones that I would watch on the portable DVD player all the time, and I'm very excited to finally have it. Found that on Whatnot for $2. Then this is probably one of my bigger steals on Whatnot. Even though this is going for about $14, I think you can get it for at Walmart. I got this for $5 on Whatnot, so I was very excited with that deal. I'm a big wrestling fan, so I needed to get Iron Claw in my collection and had just kind of been putting it off. And finally saw it on Whatnot for $5, and I was like, if I pass that up, I'm probably never going to find it for that low again. The used store I go to, Game Exchange, they sell it for about $15 used. So that was pretty crazy to me when you can go to Walmart and get it for $14 brand new with the slipcover. This one didn't come with the slipcover, but not a big deal when you're getting it for $5. Very excited to finally add the Iron Claw. Then up next, I want to give a big shout out to Media Mayhem on these next pickups. He runs a lot of shows. Really good dude. Really fun to watch on stream. And he had a lot of great deals on some steelbooks over the Christmas season. Definitely some of the best deals on steelbooks I've ever seen, and I couldn't pass up getting them. I got the live-action Lion King 4K steelbook. Believe this went for about $11, which is really good for a 4K and for a steelbook. So I was very excited to get this. I needed both the live-action and the animated, so very excited to scratch one of those off the list with the 4K steelbook there. Then up next from Media Mayhem on Whatnot, we found the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation steelbook. Very excited to get this one as well. I don't even remember what this went for, but it was a very good deal compared to what it was going for on eBay. I want to say it's it's not even that expensive on eBay, so I think it went for $8 on Whatnot, and a steelbook for $8, you really can't beat that, guys. You really need to go check out Whatnot and go check out Media Mayhem on there. He does some steelbook shows every once in a while. I'm not affiliated with Whatnot or Media Mayhem, just giving them a shout out for these great deals we got. So National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, got that in time for the Christmas season and watched that one. Then this is definitely the biggest steal I've ever got on Whatnot, 100%. I got the Walk Hard steelbook, the Dewey Cox story here, brand new sealed for $17. And if you guys know anything about this steelbook, it goes for about $50 brand new sealed like this, which is crazy that I got it for $17, and the shipping was free because I had already bought the other two by the time this one rolled around. So definitely a very, very good steal, and that's why I'm shouting out Media Mayhem so hard, because when you're talking about a steelbook that normally goes for $50 and you're getting it for $17, you really got to go check out those streams and really take advantage of Whatnot and what it has to offer. So definitely my steal of the month right here. $17 for this awesome steelbook, and I love this movie. Very excited to finally have it. And the steelbook art is really cool. Show that up there, get that glare off there, but really like that steelbook artwork. Then we got a little triple feature here. I got John Wayne, The Searchers, The Wild Bunch, and How the West Was Won. Got this little triple pack for I think $3 on Whatnot, so very cool. Need to watch these. I think I've only seen The Searchers, which is kind of crazy. I haven't seen How the West Was Won. That one's talked about a lot, and I need to get around to watching that. Then my first night on Whatnot, I ended up picking up the Fox and the Hound and the Fox and the Hound 2 for around $2, maybe $3. I don't really remember, but I've bought so much stuff on Whatnot since then. I don't really remember what I paid for this one, but it was definitely enough to still be able to get a couple of movies with that $10 credit. So Got a pretty good deal on this. Disney animated movies usually sell for quite a bit. I see them go for, just depending on the movie there, for around $5 to $10 all the time on Whatnot. So if you're looking for the Disney animated movies, definitely should go check out Whatnot. I see them all the time on there, and they go for a pretty good price compared to what you would pay on eBay and stuff like that. So definitely very excited to have these. We used to watch these when I was a kid in school all the time, and I love these movies. So definitely very excited to have those. Then my last little Whatnot purchase here, I got the Amazing Spider-Man from the same seller as the Fox and the Hound. I really can't remember his name, and I'm very sorry. I would love to shout him out. I watch his streams quite a bit, and he's a lot of fun to watch. But I got the Amazing Spider-Man. This completes the Amazing Spider-Man duo of movies for me. I had the first one, and now I had the second one, and now we got the first one here. I think really the only Spider-Man movie I need is the first Tobey Maguire movie, which is hard to find for some reason. I know I could go on eBay and find it, but in terms of finding it in person or on Whatnot, I just never seem to come across it, and I really kind of want the last Spider-Man movie I need to be found in person or on Whatnot. Just kind of the thrill of the hunt type of thing, but need to find that and complete the Spider-Man collection. But we completed the Amazing Spider-Man collection, which is really cool. Not a lot of people put the respect on the name of those movies that they deserve, but I really like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I do enjoy them. Alright guys, now we're on to the stuff I bought myself, whether it be with the Christmas gift cards or just straight up bought. That's where we're at, and I'll go ahead and get started with that. So up first, we got the Godfather trilogy. I had been eyeing this on Amazon, and like I said, got a couple of gift cards for Christmas. Decided to go ahead and finally pull the trigger. I watched the first and the second one last night, and I've heard you shouldn't watch the third one if you enjoy those because it is not very good. So probably just gonna stick with the first two for now, and if I get a wild hair about me, I'll watch the third one. But for now, just really enjoyed the first two. Really good movies, especially the first one. Then this was probably the first purchase of the month for me. This came out earlier this month, and that is Terrifier 3. I also got the regular 4K, but it's already on the shelf, alphabetized, so I didn't want to pull it out, and I had this one, kind of just sitting out, so figured I'd talk about that when I showed this. Double dipped on Terrifier 3. Really liked the movie, and probably keep the steelbook like this since I do have an extra 4K. I'll probably just watch that one and then keep this one nice and sealed so the steelbook doesn't get scratched until I can get some steelbook protectors, which I need to get because I did buy a lot of steelbooks this month, so definitely need to invest in some steelbook protectors. But did end up picking up the Terrifier 3 steelbook. Not a huge fan of the front artwork. However, the back artwork I really like, and I almost feel like this maybe should have been the front cover. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. I think they could have either done like the Christmas art, when he was dressed as Santa, something like that for the front cover of this. And I've seen a lot of other people not really digging the front cover artwork, but it is what it is. The back artwork is really cool. Then we got a little Hamilton Books find here. I got the Death Wish steelbook. I also bought Death Wish 2, 3, and 4 on a triple pack. That should be here today. I just didn't want to wait for those to come in and just wanted to film this while I had the chance, but figured I'd tell you all about this while I'm talking about Death Wish. Love these movies. Watched these with my grandpa, so very nostalgic right here. Love some Death Wish. You gotta love some Charles Bronson. To find it, the steelbook on Hamilton Books, which I think is still up there if you guys are interested in that, definitely go check that out. I believe they also had the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles steelbook, so definitely worth going over there and checking out. Then up next, these next two steelbooks I bought on eBay. I'm not sure what got into me when I was wanting to buy these. I own both of these movies, but I don't have the steelbooks, and I didn't have a 4K of either one of these. This is the 4K steelbook, Across the Spider-Verse. Didn't have the 4K. I do have the Blu Ray, so I needed to get that on 4K, and I just wanted a steelbook of it. I really like the front artwork. I think it's very well done. Got a lot of characters, even though they only appear in there for a little bit. Definitely very excited to add those. This is two of my favorite Spider-Man movies of all time. And then up next, like I was talking about, we got Into the Spider-Verse. Now this is a Blu Ray Steelbook, but my plan is to find a good price on a used 4K version and then slide that in here. Even though it's not going to have the 4K, logo right there. That's not going to bug me too much. I really like this Steelbook. Very cool. Probably my favorite of the two. I think this one, really pops out. I think this is the re-release of the original Steelbook, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, let me know down in the comments below. But I believe this to be the re-release of the original Steelbook, and it was a good price on eBay, brand new sealed. So went ahead and picked both of those up. I was getting one. I was getting Across the Spider-Verse, and then I was like, I need Into the Spider-Verse on Steelbook as well. You can't have one without the other, so I went ahead and did that. And then we got another gift card pickup here, which is 12 Monkeys, which I had been wanting to watch for a very long time. It has been on my watch list for probably close to a year now. And finally decided, you know what, I got these gift cards. I'm going to go through my watch list, pick what I can find, order those, and finally watch a lot of these. So definitely was very excited to get this in the mail when it finally did come. I did watch it. Very good movie. Very good acting performances by Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis. This is one of those movies where it could go a lot of different ways and you think you have it figured out, and it keeps going and going, and you just kind of give up trying to figure out what's going on and just fall into the performances of the actors here. Very good stuff. Definitely recommend it. If I'm sure most of you guys have seen it, but if you haven't, definitely watch this movie. Very good, very great performances, like I said, and it's one of those fun movies, but also one of those that keeps you engaged the whole time. So definitely worth checking out. Then up next, it wouldn't be a T-Rey the Collector movie haul month without some Schwarzenegger. I found this one on eBay for $7, and this is one of those I had been wanting to watch, and I think I have a new contender for top 5 Schwarzenegger movies here. This one was awesome. This movie has literally everything: crocodiles, Italian mobsters, Schwarzenegger action, just literally anything you could think of, it's in this movie. I loved this. This is one of those that classic Schwarzenegger formula, doing a tough job and meets a woman and they end up falling in love, but just very well done. You think what's gonna happen, and then it's a complete 180 from what you thought was gonna happen, and it's still a ton of fun. It just a great movie. If you haven't seen Eraser, definitely go check that out. I love Schwarzenegger movies, so I might be a little biased, but this is definitely a 4-star out of 5 movie in my opinion. Definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it. Lots of fun. Then up next, a big debated, is it a Christmas movie? I got it during Christmas time, so does that make it a Christmas movie? I also watched the first one during Christmas time, so you guys be the judge of that. Sound off in the comments. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I don't know. It takes place during Christmas, but does that make it a Christmas movie? In my opinion, I really don't know. I see both sides of the argument here. It definitely could be considered a Christmas movie, but at the same time, it really only takes place on Christmas, so I don't know. But another gift card purchase, the Die Hard collection. This has all 5, and it comes with the digital code, so you can watch it anywhere, on Movies Anywhere. I love when movies do that, because sometimes you want to watch a movie and you're not at home, and you can hop on Movies Anywhere and plug those in. Definitely loved the first 3. The first 3 are a really good trilogy. I haven't seen the 4th and the 5th one in a very long time. I want to say, I don't even know that I've seen Die Hard with a Vengeance, but A Good Day to Die Hard I watched on Redbox around the time it came out, I want to say. If I'm thinking of the right movie. It was either the 4th or the 5th one, I don't really remember. I'm going to watch them all now that I own them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Kind of went off on a rabbit trail there for no reason, but definitely very excited to have all the Die Hard movies in the collection. Kind of a crime I didn't have any Die Hard representation in my collection before, but fixed that. Like I said, it got a couple gift cards, so needed to have Die Hard. Up next, this is a childhood classic that I also got with a gift card purchase. Big Fat Liar. I can't believe I didn't have this. This was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. Really, these Max Keeble's Big Moves, movies that came out around that time. I love these. I wish Max Keeble's Big Move would get a Blu-ray release so I could add it to my collection as well. But very happy to add Big Fat Liar. Frankie Muniz was doing a ton of movies during this time, a lot of crazy stuff, right around the time Malcolm in the Middle was very popular, so very excited to finally get this. It's also got Amanda Bynes in it. Up next, we got Big Trouble in Little China, another gift card purchase here. I had been wanting to watch this one for a while, haven't seen it surprisingly, which is a shame because I do love John Carpenter movies with Kurt Russell, which feels like it's about 75% of them, so very excited to finally get Big Trouble in Little China. Definitely something I'm looking forward to watching this next week. Finally going to be able to cross that off the watch list, so very excited for that. Up next, a childhood classic, which was actually a Christmas gift and got mixed up in the pile here, but I did get Shark Boy and Lava Girl. As you can tell, I have an affinity for early 2000s movies that maybe weren't very good, or just have that early 2000s feel, along with 80s and 90s movies. That's just really sweet spot for me when it comes to movies, is movies that have that feel, that really capture the decade they're in. And Shark Boy and Lava Girl, I feel like really does that. Has some of that early 2000s CGI that maybe wasn't the greatest, and you got young Taylor Lautner in there, so very excited to revisit this one. I have seen this one quite a few times, but definitely excited to revisit it because it has been a couple years since I have watched it. So then up next, another gift card purchase. We got The Burbs. I watched this around Halloween time for the first time, actually. Hadn't seen it before, and was pretty surprised by how much I liked it. It's a lot of fun. Definitely some great performances by Tom Hanks and the other supporting cast that are in it. Definitely a lot of fun, and something I wanted to add to my collection for a little bit. Just hadn't done it and decided, got some gift cards, gonna go ahead and do that, which is the theme of this month. This one I bought around the first of the month too. Was getting in the Christmas spirit, and I love this movie, and I surprisingly didn't have it in my collection, which is kind of crazy. I didn't have a whole lot of Christmas movies, but I did only start like seriously collecting in May, so I guess I was kind of focused on other stuff because it wasn't Christmas time yet, so I wasn't really thinking about it, I guess. But definitely very excited to add I'll Be Home for Christmas. This is one I watch every year around Christmas time. Definitely something I needed to add, and I'm very excited I did. This one's kind of hard to find, like a lot of the Disney Movie Club exclusives, but compared to a lot of those Disney Movie Club releases, this one wasn't super expensive. I want to say I gave like $22 for it, which is pretty good. If you know the Disney Movie Club movies, they sometimes go for quite a bit, so was very excited to find this one brand new sealed for about $22 and to add it to the collection and watch it during Christmas time. Up next, some more early 2000s movies. We got Agent Cody Banks. Kind of just went on a little Frankie Muniz tear. I bought Big Fat Liar and was like, I loved Agent Cody Banks when I was a kid. I should get that too, so did that. Love these movies. I honestly may like them more than Big Fat Liar. I really loved the first one. It's been a long time since I've seen the second one, and probably going to do a double feature night with both of them because I also picked up Agent Cody Banks too, so completed the little set there. I don't think there's a third one. There might be. Let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure there's not. I'm pretty sure it's just the two. But I do love Agent Cody Banks, and it's been a while since I've seen this one, so I can't say that I love it. Do love Agent Cody Banks. Used to watch it all the time as a kid, and I'm very excited to add those. That was probably the most excited I've been for a package all month, was waiting on those to come in. Then up next, another gift card purchase. I was kind of getting down to where the gift card had like $3 on it, and I was like, I could, this double pack was going for like $10, and I was like, I could pay $7 for the double pack. It's two movies I want anyway, two movies I'm gonna get, and that is Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. Very excited for the second one. Let me get that glare off there for you guys so you can see that. But very excited for the second Happy Gilmore, especially since Kyle Newacheck's doing it. I'm a big This Is Important and Workaholics fan, so like anything those guys do, and I'm very excited that he's doing the second Happy Gilmore. And I love Billy Madison. It's one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. So a pretty good double pack there. I'm very happy to get both of those, and they both came on separate discs. even though one of the holes that holds the Blu-rays in here is too small, so I had to kind of stack them on top of each other, and it sounds like one of them's loose, but we'll fix that later. But I'm very excited to add Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. Then up next, we got some Game Exchange purchases. I said in last month's haul video that I had some in-store credit. I took a lot of stuff when I moved, stuff that I didn't really want to come with me. It was a bunch of DVDs or Blu-rays that I had bought, and since, you know, maybe got like a collection or something like that, to where I had them all doubles, and DVDs that I had upgraded to Blu-ray, stuff like that. So decided to trade those in for some in-store credit, and I ended up paying $5 total for 6 movies, which is awesome because they do the buy two get one free there, and I had about $20 left of in-store credit. I had originally got like 40, spent 20 of it, but got a really good haul for, I want to say I paid $5.90 something, just under $6 for 6 movies, and I finally found The Wrestler there. I have been looking for The Wrestler for a long time. This goes for a little bit on eBay. At least it did when I first started collecting. This is one of those movies that I had wanted in my collection. Like I said, I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I love movies that dive into wrestling in a serious tone, and love movies that dive into wrestling. And really wanted this one. This is one of the best wrestling movies ever made, in my opinion. Especially as somebody who has, reffed on the independent scene. This takes a really good dive into what it's like being in the locker rooms and just stuff like that. Just a really, really good movie, and if you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. Outstanding performance by Mickey Rourke. He does an amazing job in this movie, and it's just a really great movie. I also love that they used Ring of Honor in this movie. I'm a big Ring of Honor guy, so that was pretty cool to see. And yeah, very excited to add The Wrestler. Pretty much, we'll say this is the one I paid for because it was like $5.99. Very good deal on that movie. The case was a little beat up when I found it, but I had a couple extra Blu-ray cases, so I just swapped it out, made it look a little better. Then next, also from Game Exchange, I got The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. This is one of those that was on my watch list, and I was gonna buy with the gift card. But luckily I went to Game Exchange first, and I found it there and was able to get it for, essentially free with my in-store credit. So I have since watched it. Very fun movie, very, very creative movie, and I did enjoy that one. I think that was the first movie I watched in 2025, so very cool. Then up next, I picked up Hot Tub Time Machine, the unrated one. I had been wanting Hot Tub Time Machine. I haven't seen it since I was a teenager, so definitely need to revisit this one when I'm feeling, like watching a comedy. This will probably be my next comedy watch. I need to get the second one as well. I remember liking both of them, so definitely very excited to revisit these. I remember enjoying them, but I was a teenager, so it was probably a lot funnier back then than it's going to be now. But I do remember this being like just a good movie in general, so very excited to revisit Hot Tub Time Machine. Then up next, we got some classics here, some more early 2000s nostalgia. We got the Scooby-Doo double pack. This comes with Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. I'm sure there's a triple pack out there that also includes Monster Island, I think is what the third one was called. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I saw this on there and I was like, yeah, I need those. I remember watching these as a kid, so very excited to add the Scooby-Doo combination there. And then this one was brand new, sealed at Game Exchange. Ended up getting it for free. They put it as one of my free ones, so on the buy two get one free. And then I had the in-store credit and ended up paying for basically just The Wrestler, like I said. So this one was free, and this is a pretty unique little double pack here. It's got The Fog and The Howling. I believe this is a Scream Factory release. It is, but I have never seen either one of these movies, and I saw The Fog was a John Carpenter movie. I'd heard about it, never watched it, so very excited to do that. And then The Howling sounded pretty interesting too, so pretty shocked to see this on the shelf at Game Exchange, especially for, I think they have it marked at $7.99 here for a double feature, brand new sealed. Pretty rare for them to do. Usually if it's something like that, they'll mark it up to like $12.99 or something. They love doing that. But definitely excited to add that, especially to be able to get it for free. And then the last Blu-ray of the haul here, we got Shivers. This one was sealed, yeah. So this one was sealed and I opened it. But it also came with the slipcover, which is really cool. I believe it was one of those that was sealed around the slipcover and was kind of pushing it down, so I opened it to get the shrink wrap off there and get that pressure off the slipcover. But I haven't seen this one. I looked it up and it sounded really interesting. I'm definitely excited to check this one out. I love some crazy horror movies, and this one looks like it's going to be right up my alley, so definitely excited to check out Shivers. And then the last thing I bought for the month, a rare DVD purchase. I usually don't purchase DVDs. I usually only purchase Blu-rays, but I had to make an exception for this, and that is The Life and Times of Tim Season 2. If you guys watched the complete collection video, I showed you guys the Season 1 I have, and I'm slowly kind of working my way on to completing the set here. I just need Season 3 because there was only 3 seasons made, but that is a very expensive disc, and I did hear some ramblings that this is going to be taken off HBO Max, or just Max now I suppose, but this is going to be taken off Max, so I'm definitely trying to get these before then. I definitely don't want to lose access to this show. It's one of those shows I'll just throw on when I'm bored, or kind of one of those background shows, and I really don't want to lose access to The Life and Times of Tim. Definitely need to get that 3rd season before then. Found the 2nd season for a really good deal. The only season that's not super hard to find is the 1st season. You can get that for a pretty good price normally. But the 2nd and 3rd season usually go for a little bit more. The 3rd more so than the 2nd is very expensive. I want to say this was about $25, which is pretty pricey for a DVD. But it is a season, so not terrible, but definitely still pretty pricey for a DVD. But the 3rd one goes for anywhere, I've seen it from anywhere from $70 to like $150, so definitely gonna have to play a little bit of a long game. Can't wait too long, but definitely have to play a little bit of a long game and try to find a pretty good deal on that. So we'll see how that goes. Camera battery's running low here, guys, so I gotta just say thank you really quick. If you've made it this far, I really do appreciate you. It really does mean a lot. Like I said earlier, thank you guys for checking out the complete collection video. I did not expect that to get as many views as it has, and it's been really cool watching that video kind of spike up in views and seeing all the new faces coming around to the videos. That's been really fun as well. If you're new here, please do consider hitting subscribe and joining me on the collection journey. It really does mean a lot. I try to post once a month. I didn't think I was going to get to post this month, but I did, so thank you for checking it out if you did. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. And if you've been here but haven't been subscribed, go ahead and click subscribe. What are you doing? And I really appreciate all you guys tuning in. It's been a long month, but we got through it, got all the stuff moved, working on getting the shelves put together. As you can see, there's kind of just boxes and figures everywhere, so need to get that all completed. Don't think there's going to be a toy haul this month, guys. I really just didn't get a whole lot. I got a few things, but not enough to make a video about, I feel like. So this is probably it for the month. Got a few more Blu-rays coming in that I'll show you guys next month on the haul video. Definitely plan on being back next month with another haul video. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. You can turn on the notifications if you'd like, so you know when that is arriving. And like I said, guys, I really appreciate you for being here. Hope you guys had a great Christmas and a great holiday season, and I wish you all the best as we head into the new year. You've been phenomenal. I've been T-Rey, and I will see you in the next one.